Sassy Del Carmen with a look at your forecast on the 6th.
Yes, and we are making our way to some sunshine this afternoon. But in the meantime, we've seen it all. We've seen the full menu. If we can take a look, we've seen the damaging wind. That wind will continue as we head into the afternoon hour. We've seen those power outages, the coastal flooding, the flooding rain on the streets and rivers. Kelly will be diving into that in just a second. Visibility issues out there right now. And the cold front continues to push on through right now in Providence in the mid-40s, and that wind sustained at around 9 miles per hour. Temperatures will continue to fall as we head into the afternoon hour. Meanwhile, satellite radar showing the bulk of the rain exiting or just over us. We do have a batch right now, and whatever is shaded in yellow, that's where we're seeing the strongest or the heaviest rain. Kelly?
Yeah, we are seeing the last gasp, but it's not going quietly at all, Sassy. We, in fact, have seen some really impressive rainfall totals associated with this really strong front. We're also expecting to do some clearing. So by the time we get to mid-morning, we will start to see some improvement. Everything will begin to taper off in terms of wind and rain, but we're not going to be done with the potential of flooding because all of that rain now needs a place to go. As a result, we have a flood warning that is in effect for a good portion of southern New England. And now we're just sort of watching the gauges as we look across the region. Here's a look at some totals that we've got in. Just a brief overview. In fact, I just got a more updated list, which includes some really impressive numbers. But Smithfield 3.19, Providence at the airport 1.24, New Bedford not an inch, not yet. Mansfield 1.91, in Westerly 1.09, and Moosup, Connecticut is our southern New England jackpot with 5 inches right on the button. So again, all that rain now needs a place to go. So we're watching these gauges where we are finding action phase. That is right before we go into minor flooding. That's at the Fox Point hurricane barrier. And the reason for that isn't rain related, it's tide related. So we're at high tide, and that's why that gauge is lighting up yellow. We do have gusty winds still in place, but they are gustiest out by the Cape, the Vineyard, and Nantucket. And that's where we also still have the high wind warning in effect. So the winds are going to be with us as we go through the day. It's going to take some time for them to finish up, but I would say the ones directly related to the storm system are, well, pretty much done. Sassy?
Yes, and right now we continue to see that rain. Thank you so much, Kelly. Great job there. We continue to see that heavy rain across our immediate area, so do be wary of that because it is generating some ponding on the roads, and it is making it quite difficult on the roads for this morning. So keep that in mind. Give yourself plenty of extra time. And we pack on the wind. Not a pretty picture out there right now. The temperatures are cooling down just a bit. These are the wind gusts that will continue across the area, even though the frontal boundary is continuing to exit the region by mid-morning, mid to late morning. We should see it along our immediate coast, but the wind gusts will be intensifying. So we will be under maybe 40, even 45 mile per hour gusts as we head into the noon and afternoon hour. There's that rain, and with snow behind it. Fortunately for us, it's an all rain event, and we continue to see that potential for flooding across areas that are prone to flooding with poor drainage system. Dry conditions for this afternoon, a beautiful sunset, and we are still anticipating possibly less than 1/4 of an inch in addition to that rain. These are the temperatures that we anticipate for the next few days in the mid-40s and even some 30s across the area. Let's see for today quickly. I want to show you those temperatures for tonight, dipping into the upper 20s. For tomorrow, back to seasonable with plenty of sunshine, seasonable across the board, dry and milder by next weekend or by the end of the week.